Hi there, Steve. Shall we talk about the task called analysis of instructional technologies used to create materials? I do really want to get 35% out of this task.
Hi there, says G. Yes, sure. So what do you think the three technologies the teacher called Ronaldo in Brazil used with his students?
Well, he used number 1 a voice thread with voice and text comments not only created by his students, but also left by different types of audience, for example other teachers around the world. Number 2 a blog for his class and students, and number 3 an animato.
Yes, right. So why do you think Ronaldo chose these technologies, and were they appropriate to the task?
Well, he chose voice thread and blog because, well, the task in voice thread has taken itself away from being a mere inauthentic and unrealistic student activity in which students post some photos on Brazil and present it to other students in class. Voice thread does not only allow students to practice their spoken English to present a mere collection of photos, but also gives them an opportunity to share with audience all around the world who might be genuinely interested in Brazil and all about this country. This encourages students to perform their best in their use of grammar and vocabulary, and practice of pronunciation. They know that a real audience is to listen to them. This reminds them of the importance of audience awareness during presentations. It also motivates them to be as realistic and informative with their content. They also look forward to receiving voice and written comments which will be as genuine as their presentations. It is also quite encouraging to receive positive comments, for example on their English, in fact more than so hearing it from their own teacher.
It is encouraging, isn't it?
Indeed it is. Also having their voice thread embedded in their class blog also gives them the opportunity to receive further visual comments from real audience. They have also the opportunity to respond to these entries, which also gives them practice in writing and becoming a part of a real dialogue in English. Also, this task with voice thread is a brilliant listening activity. During this activity, students are exposed to different types of English used by the audience.
Alright, go on. Listening. What about animato? Why did he choose animato?
He chose animato because asking students to create a video with pictures from one event, a trip, a party, etc., and to write a brief description of the event, saying why they chose that event, to create a video for enable students to be more creative in writing, and to have more fun at the same time. As you know, Steve, writing is quite a solitary activity, and it can be quite dull for some, when not accompanied by photos. Sharing photos and writing about them personalizes the task for the students. It also pushes them to rethink the importance of this event for them, while selecting and writing about the photos, and thus, it pushes students to use their higher thinking skills.
Right, well said, says G.
So I would say all these technologies were appropriate to the task. Students have an opportunity to practice their presentation and listening skills. They also practice their reading and writing skills, especially when reading audience comments, and when writing about their animato.
Says G. So if you were to give some feedback to the teacher, what improvements or changes would you suggest or advise, and why?
I would suggest that students who created a voice thread to respond to some of the comments made in the blog. This way they would practice their reading and writing skills. The voice thread was a group activity which encourages cooperation and teamwork. As a follow-up, I would suggest that each student creates their own voice thread focusing on perhaps their town/city. This would give them some practice in more individualized presentations. After creating their animatus, I would suggest the teacher to encourage students to also create questions under their writing so to be able to interact with audience. In turn, the audience could make comments/ask questions about the event and the writer's written comments on the event. This would create a genuine communication between the students and their audience all over the world. How exciting, isn't it?
Yes, very good, very good. And what additional or alternative technologies could be used, and how would they benefit the students in learning English while doing the tasks?
Vocabulary profiler can be used after students produce their comments on the animato to make it more academic. Voki can be used to give specific information about the event, for example date, time, etc. before the actual animato. A movie of the event can be created via Windows Movie Maker combined with podcasting to give oral information about the event. A comic strip can be created via one of the below, to focus on something funny that might have happened during the event. http://www.macabeliefscomics.com/comics/ http://www.tundu.com/http://www.stripcreator.com/http// comics.com/http pixton.com/http www.pickhicketstore.com/ps/home http www.bitstrips.com/invoicethread. The creators can be asked to also post some comments on the places they introduce in each frame. They can also ask questions to audience. For example, what else would you like to learn about this place? Please post it here as a written or oral comment. Also, if not already done, Wiki could be used by students to create together the same presentation and then record it on VoiceThread.
Very good, very good. Some good ideas.
So do I get 35% for this task, Steve?
Well, let me talk to Master Nibble, and I will get back to you soon.
Looking forward to hearing back, Steve. Thanks.